and a psychopath in the same lifetime. I love it.
Yeah, Split was pretty good.
I loved it. Some movies that I said were significant, but I wouldn't really think they were that good. Finding Dory came out. The movie's silly. There's octopuses driving cars, so there's that. Batman vs Superman. I love the cartoon version of this. Suicide Squad came out that year too. Another DC bumble bum. It wasn't great. And then they're now doing another movie, but the cast is different. Will Smith won't be in it this time. So, my movie for that year probably it might be Split. Split or Deadpool? Yeah. So 2017. Gang.
2017. I actually have a lot on my list.
It was a good year. It was a good year.
Get Out, which you kind of hinted at already.
Boom, boom.
I think that was early in the year.
Yes, sir. February.
I love Thor.
Like,
everyone says Thor Ragnarok is their favorite. I actually like the first Thor.
You didn't name any of the Thor. I was one surprised that you didn't. But
I told you Winter Soldier is my top, so there's no point in putting all the others on the list.
But you love Thor.
But when we get to the top of the decade, out of all the Marvel movies, Winter Soldier is number one to me, so there's no point in putting the others on the list. But I put Thor Ragnarok on there because comedy-wise, I feel like that was one of the funniest movies. The most comedic Marvel movie of them all.
It was hilarious.
So,
and it was good.
Like, I gave it a shout out.
It's still funny.
Wonder Woman came out that year. I rewatched it recently, and I was like, I liked it when it first came out, but rewatching it, I'm like,
all the ladies.
Yeah. Spider-Man: Homecoming, not really. I wouldn't say he's my favorite Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire is still my favorite Spider-Man. So Logan, I actually really like Logan.
Logan was dope.
I've only watched it once. I don't know if I'll watch it again.
You don't really need to.
Yeah, I really liked Logan. So
unless you just want to watch Wolverine stab up a guy 1,000 times in the head, which was great, or a little girl stab up. It was just stabbing up dudes.
Little girl, like, she didn't play no game. That's open.
Hugh Jackman killed it.
That scene where she was eating her cereal as they were walking into the room and she's just staring at them.
So I'm gonna kill him.
And she's just like, I'm about to kill all of you.
I'm gonna kill all y'all.
Yeah, I like Logan. But I would say Get Out was probably only because it was like
it was a movie.
My reaction in the theater was just that's not what I was expecting to see, and like I was just blown away. Let's see. So I got Logan on there. Like Bree said, it was a great Marvel movie. It was a great X-Men movie. It was Hugh Jackman's role retiring the role of Wolverine. It was great. It was violent. It was gory. It was Wolverine. It was great. Wonder Woman, like Bree said, shout out to the women's. It was good. Wasn't the best rewatch for me recently, but hey. Yeah, I rewatched it.
DC.
It was just kind of cool.
It was a win for DC that year though, because they have had a lot of blunders since
then.
The
action.
But it was a win for DC that year.
Oh, Thor Ragnarok. DC movie for sure.
That's sad to say.
That's DC movie for sure.
Thor Ragnarok was hilarious. I put that on there because it's off strength of just laughter. It was great. Like Bree said, Get Out was a great movie. And like I've mentioned before, just seeing that preview on Facebook, it looked like a Kickstarter movie, and I'm just like, I'm gonna see this movie. And I don't think I've seen it twice. I think it's one of we have friends who saw it like 4 or 5 times because it came out like Valentine's Day or right before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And we saw it for Valentine's Day like with dates. I got that movie instantly the first time I saw it, and I loved it. It's kind of like
I remember seeing it. Like
I can replay the whole thing in my head exactly from front to beginning. It was great. The cast members were great. All of it was great. The promo they did around the movie afterwards with Jordan and him talking to people on Twitter, like people giving their crazy concepts of what it was great. It was a movement. But some other movies did come out that year that, has no right. I put this one because Brie thought it was funny. She don't even probably remember this movie. Naked came out that year on Netflix. It was the Marlon Wayans movie where he was stuck in the elevator. He kept appearing in the elevator naked.
I was half asleep.
That movie was hilarious.
I thought I was dreaming the whole time.
She was dying laughing at that movie. It was actually pretty funny. That's when Marlon started his comeback. He's still on the comeback now. Girls Trip came out that year. It was significant because it reintroduced us to Tiffany Haddish. And she may not be on the hottest run right now, but she was on fire at that moment. And I remember being one of 3 guys in the theater with their significant other laughing because it was actually a pretty funny movie. I wouldn't watch it again, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Power Rangers came out there. Not a good movie, but it once again it's like reintroducing things. So it brought Power Rangers to the modern age. I got Bree. We watched like 10 episodes of Mighty Morphin, and then we watched the first movie that came out in theaters in like was it 2000, 1990 something, and we enjoyed it up until the remake. It was.
Power Rangers.
The first Power Ranger movie we watched, it was pretty good. It was all, hot chili peppers. They're jumping out the plane. That's the movie made me want to go skydiving, and then we went skydiving. Let me just say that. Boom. But,
shout out to everyone who was skydiving with us.
Yeah, for real. But the remake wasn't that great. This was also the year of the last Pirates of the Caribbean. I only put this on here because they kept making these things, and I
When's the first one?
The first one came out in like 2006 or.
Okay, well then it's on my list.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the first.
The fact that they kept making these is kind of wild to
Johnny
me.
Depp.
Yeah, this is the one that.
Oh, but the last one.
That's what I'm talking
came
about.
back.
Yeah, so this is the one that.
Okay, I like the very, very last scene.
What the fact that you have to go through 3 hours of the movie.
And he's reunited with.
Hold up.
Is that not that one? That's that one. Woo.
This is the one with his kids. They're kids.
Oh, which one was that one?
That's the one I'm talking about. The one you're talking about is like the third movie?
Where he reunites with her?
I mean, they reunite, I believe, at the very end. But yeah, it was mostly about their kids. Their kids, they had to get the trident that controlled the seas. It was the movie was dumb.
I've seen that one.
We saw it. It was a bad movie.
What are you doing wrong?
Anyways, and then it's the worst movie of the year for me, which I don't know. It started all this controversy. Bright. That is the worst Will Smith movie to me in the entire galaxy of Will Smith movies. Yes, the concept I could see where it was going, but the execution was just terrible. It was worse to me than the movie that he did with Jaden, where they were planetary warriors.
I never saw that one.
That movie is bad, but this one was even worse to me. But hey, and I love Will Smith. People know.
He's trying to
But I'm only critical.
You're trying to eat your feet. I don't know what you're trying
I'm only critical of the artists that I really enjoy, and I really hated that movie.
You mad because you can't fight?
But yes, I think I branded on Bright already, so I'm not gonna go there. We're almost done.
It's almost done.
Almost done.
Yeah, it's almost done.
So yeah, moving on to 2018. We're finishing this up. All right, Brie, what you got?
2018. Like you want to get down, but you want to keep going back. I'm confused. 2018. Okay, I got 3 movies. Black Panther, of course.
Black people everywhere.
It's like I probably wouldn't be black if we didn't say Black Panther.
Wakanda Forever.
What movie was that we watched? And he randomly did that.
That was just in Seth Rogen. That was just in.
It was Ice Cube's son did it. That was hilarious. That's how much of a culture that was.
It was a big deal.
Infinity War came out that year though. So. You
can have it.
No, that made top Black.
Oh, never mind. I like the first part.
I was like, the first one was good. Just Captain America and that just gone for the head. Anyways, and then the other black movie other than Django that I said I actually liked, Black Klansman.
Black Klansman was cool.
Black Klansman was good. He forced me to watch. Like I didn't want to watch it. I think it was.
We watched it because, like we were saying earlier, we don't watch like all the black movies. Most because we read this stuff in Black history and we're very, I guess, knowledgeable. We're not like keeping up with. Like I don't necessarily need to watch Hidden Figures to understand what happened behind Hidden Figures.
Okay, let's not.
Let's
not show them right.
But Black Klansman was a story based on some truth, or I think it was based on this is exposing the KKK and all that other racism stuff.
I liked it.
It was like I liked certain ones.
Out of those 3, the top one for me, I did like Black Klansman. I don't know between Infinity War and Black Panther. Should I go? They're pretty equal to me, but I guess I should go with the one that I've seen the most. I don't think I've ever paid to see a movie twice, except Black Panther.
We paid a third time. I paid to see. I told you I paid to see most of them. I've seen.
That was my first time.
I saw Infinity War. Like so, you thought that. So that year I saw 2 Marvel movies. I saw Infinity War and Black Panther twice that year. I saw my sister. Yeah, it was.
I guess I'll give it Black Panther.
So I'm with Bree. Black Panther's on my list. Infinity War Part 1 is indeed there as well. Like I said, I played twice to see them both. Into the Spider-Verse was a really good movie. I like movies with black leads, and that one was Miles Morales, and it was the voice actor was
I was gonna make a real
our homeboy from. He did all those movies. I can't think of his name. Shamir Moore. No, you're talking about the grown man. I'm talking about the guy from Dope. He played in Dope. He played in The Get Down.
I just watched him in Let It Snow. It's actually a good movie. You should watch it.
Whatever. Yes, he played Miles Morales. He's great.
Shakif.
That's what I'm saying. It's something like that. It starts with S-H-A.
Okay.
We'll put you in, homie. I like that movie. I like Ready Player One. It's kind of the same reason I like Ready Player One was like grown up Wreck-It Ralph, essentially. Yeah. It was the video game ode and just showing how great they are and can be.
Second one?
I mean, that came out in 2018. And movies like
that would make a second one.
No, they will. But I'm saying like
it takes forever.
The CGI on that would take years, huh? The CGI would take years. So I like Ready Player One. It was grown up Wreck-It Ralph. Venom came out that year. It wasn't the best movie, but me and Brie, y'all have us on video saying this. We wasn't the best, but we liked it.
It was entertaining. Venom was very entertaining.
And then I have Crazy Rich Asians because it was phenomenal. And I think it put my mother-in-law. She now watches a lot of foreign.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of foreign TV now because that movie's great. So a lot of Asian TV.
Crazy Rich Asians gonna have to be on that list next to Black Panther.
I told you. I'm about to say something that Brie gonna forget. She loves that movie. She's seen it a couple. It's actually really good. So
that may be my top romantic movie of the
It's pretty good. It's actually really good. I'm surprised you didn't say any of the 50 Shades movies, but
it wasn't good.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That's something. I mean, some
of the books were amazing. The movies were not good.
Yep. But
Crazy Rich Asians, I'm gonna have to add that to my list.
I'm guessing. So for that year, dang, you're right. It's hard. Those are I guess Infinity War, maybe. Black Panther was a movement. I like that. I mean, we've already had this conversation. I'd have to pick it. What? And then 2019, it was what my top movie of 2018 is.
What are you picking?
I don't know. I'm just let it go for now.
You're trying to let it slide under the rug and not pick because you don't want to not pick.
I can pick easily. It isn't. I don't, because Black Panther, okay.
We're black, we gotta do Black Panther.
Or if we're going off how many times we watch these movies, right? Like I said, how I pick things. It is because I watched Black Panther like 6 times. But no, not the whole thing. I can't watch the whole thing anymore because it's not that good.
I skipped Michael B. Jordan.
You gotta skip there's a lot of stuff you gotta skip in that movie. But the fight scenes,
thing I don't like about
the fight scenes are actually really good. But the talking and the acting, the Michael B. Jordan.
I just did not like Michael B. Jordan as the villain. I couldn't get with it.
It's pretty. We hyped that movie up a lot as black people, but it is. And it's funny. South Park episode makes fun of how Black Panther really wasn't the best, but it doesn't matter. It's great to us.
It's not the best Marvel movie. If you're a true Marvel fan, Black Panther is not the best Marvel movie.
But it's.
But it was amazing.
$1 million.
It was amazing.
$1 million. It wasn't the first.
And I'm mad.
He got $1 million.
I'm mad the second one doesn't come out until 2021.
Infinity Wars had to stay open an extra week or something to get $1 billion.
Yeah, that cheated.
They cheated.
I didn't appreciate that one.
$1 billion.
Was that the first Infinity War or the second one? It was the second one. It was Endgame.
One of them did.
Came back out to be Black Panthers. I didn't appreciate that. That was cheating. Speaking of Endgame, I have 2 movies.
So this is 2019 now?
Yeah, 2019. I have 2 movies. One of them I haven't seen yet. I'm just going to go ahead and call it that it's good, and I want to go to the movies to see it before New Year's. Star Wars. I would like for him to take me to go see it. He has not taken me yet. And then Endgame.
We watched all them Star Wars movies in a row. So we watched the other one. It was cool, but then that second
gonna take me before
episode 8 was ugh. So I'm not.
If I have to get Roman to take me out.
No, we're going. But you're talking about Star Wars. What else you saying?
Why are my nails black? You see that? That is so weird. They're actually blue.
Where?
Huh?
What is that?
That's like so trippy. Endgame. I said Endgame.
Endgame and Star Wars.
Those are my two.
I ain't gonna lie, this year the movies wasn't that great. It was hard.
I know all these little Disney movies came out, but I'm just like.
And honestly, that's how I put it on my list. I summed them up as Disney remakes because they weren't really. It's a lot of them. They aren't really the best. I don't have to rewatch any of them.
I would rewatch Lion King. In fact, is that on Disney Plus?
Not yet. I don't think they're gonna put it on there until they exploit all the money from this, this beginning run, and then they probably gonna throw it on there.
And I'm gonna melt.
Because Aladdin was Lion King was meh, or Lion King was meh because their Scar was whack. Yeah, the only movie I can honestly say I kind of liked this year was probably Detective Pikachu, which Bree just neglected.
Oh, okay, I like Detective Pikachu.
It was cool. It was corny, but it was really cool. Pokemon looked really awesome.
I like Detective Pikachu.
Shazam was corny, but it was cool.
That was like an unexpected.
Corny, cool. Yeah, we got to see it as Fandango VIP members. We saw it 2 weeks early.
Yeah. Shazam was like an unexpected but.
It was corny still.
I was still.
It's like, and then Glass, which was the conclusion of the Split storyline from Unbreakable.
Glass was terrible.
It was corny. Yeah, it Split is the best movie of that series. So yeah, and then Toy Story. I didn't even put it on the list.
I don't get the hype with Forky.
Yeah,
like Forky, I don't get the hype.
Y'all hype that movie up way too much. What else came up this year that people hyped up? I just want to.
Lion King.
Man, we can't even finish Hobbs and Shaw. Y'all didn't hype that one up though. Y'all didn't hype it up. It was Tyrese made fun of it. He actually made fun of it at the concert we went to recently. I'm just kidding, but.
I don't say you don't mention.
Yeah, he barely was on stage. He was only on stage for 2 minutes. They rushing me off stage because I've been here for 2 hours.
And only sung 3 songs. All talk.
No, he's hilarious. There's a lot of not good movies that came out this year.
Lion King to me was good because I like Gambino. Gambino was a good Simba.
Nah, it's good for all the stuff that we said in the video this year that it was good for. But it's also bad for the same things that we said.
It's only bad for one person for me. Lions attack!
No, it was bad. It was corny, period.
I couldn't get with her. I don't care.
So yeah, this movie this year.
Why are you fighting me?
Yeah. And we were trying.
You fighting sleep?
Trying to watch them. So yeah, it'd probably be Detective Pikachu for me. So, I guess we picked...
your top movie of the year? Don't be smiling at him.
Maybe.
Go sleep.
Hey. So yeah, those are the tops for
2019.
For each year. Now it's time to, I guess, pick our top for the decade. And I'm just gonna be logical. I'm gonna try to pick the one that I've mostly likely watched the most out of all these movies. Like I said, some of them I got 5-10 times on. Looking at this list, it might be The Avengers.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one. I've seen that movie a bunch of times. Okay, and when it comes on TV, I still would probably watch it.
I have to go by categories.
By categories? What does that
mean? And Marvel is its own category.
And you just pick it by which movie have you watched the most out of all those movies.
Okay, well. But I can't say that's the top movie of the decade. It's my favorite movie. Right. But I can't say it's the top movie of the decade.
This entire list is personable. We're not,
Okay, let me just go by what I was going to go by category. So, category-wise, comedies. I love Bridesmaids, but I have seen Horrible Bosses more. I can watch that.
Really?
I have seen Horrible Bosses a bunch of times. I've seen it more than Bridesmaids.
I think I've seen them around the same amount, so I can't say.
Stupid.
I can't say either
or.
It's
so stupid. I love Horrible Bosses. That's my favorite comedy of the decade. Bridesmaids was a very close second.
So disappointing, but
it was. And poor Kevin Spacey. But anyways. Marvel movie, I said Winter Soldier. Avengers and Black Panther are close second and third, but Winter Soldier to me was the best Marvel movie. I love Bucky. Oh, he is my favorite character.
I've seen Winter Soldier a bunch.
My favorite character. Romantic comedy or just romance at all. I did love Crazy Rich Asians. That was my movie. And then lastly, if Blake wants to say that's my top movie of the decade because I've seen it more than any other movie in this decade, then I guess action-wise, I would say Jurassic World, but...
Exactly! You have probably seen that movie like 10 times.
So many times. I've probably
you know the
watched
parts.
it today.
She knows the lines.
It made me love Chris Pratt. I love Chris Pratt. I just love that movie. I don't know why. So, the second one was terrible.
I mean, that says a lot about it. Jurassic World and Avengers. The Avengers unite.
We're crazy.
A little bit. We like action. That is for sure. I guess that shows that we are. I mean, I like the. I knew Bree would bring the romantic comedy perspective to the movies. I saw that when I was constructing the movies, even though I couldn't put any of them on my. I'm like, I like romantic comedies, but I think the last decade probably has the best ones for me. Like once you
Why you trying to pull my hair?
Stupid Crazy Love, boom. Well, that was 08, baby. I think. So I can't think of
my
any.
favorite Steve Carell movie.
Yeah, it's actually really funny.
And Ryan Gosling. I did no, but
okay, we're not going back. Okay, we're not going back to the previous decade.
Crazy Rich.
If anything, we can do that in another video. But yeah, I guess that's the wrap up. I can't even think of it.
That's the last 10 years.
Oh man.
The decade.
It was good. Like I said, there's some good movies. There's some bad ones. Y'all let us know. I guess what is your top movie of the decade was? You can use the parameters we used, where like me and Bree, the ones that you watched the most, or you can just pick one that you think had the most impact. Let us know in the comments below. Roman, what's your favorite movie of this year? You've only been here for a couple months, but how many movies have you seen?
Apparently he likes Jungle Book.
Jungle Book, you've seen him and his mom has been all on Disney.
He loves Boss Baby.
Boss Baby. You have to watch the original movie, buddy. The original movie's actually really good.
You're right. We'll watch that today.
I say the TV show is something else.
We'll watch that today.
What else we watching, Roman? Emperor New Groove, Little Mermaid.
He watched all the mermaids with me.
Unfortunately.
Like as soon as Disney Plus.
What else? You watch a couple of Disney movies. I think y'all watched. You watched Lion King. That's the first movie you watched on Disney Plus.
I'm pretty sure it was Little Mermaid.
What was Lion King? He watched it at home with my mom. It was the first movie I put it on. That's why I made his thing Simba.
We watched Pocahontas this week. Where are you trying to go?
He don't know.
You just see the screen. He's trying to
Santa Claus? Did you watch the Santa Claus?
That was more for me.
Alright guys, let us know. We let you know. And we're going to give you some more wrap ups. Something like music and TV shows. We don't talk about TV shows, but we watch a bunch. So we're going to wrap them things up.
Good bird.
Talk about the great ones and the blunkers
TV shows
like
next?
Game of Thrones.
TV shows next.
Ugh.
It's going to also say a lot about us.
Alright guys.
Game of Thrones.
Exactly. Blunders like Game of Thrones and House of Cards, oranges.
Next video.
Alright guys, we'll see you guys later. Real soon. We're gonna do this hopefully before the year wraps up. Alright, bye.
You gotta go.